Alright, just another point to go over. Right now the cells are still holding 6 volts. They've been off for a good, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. And it slowly drops down. It's at 5.9. This is very common. I get this with every set of cells I've ever built. They'll hold on to voltage for a little while unless you short them out, which we can easily do. Take one of the jumpers. There, take another jumper. Okay, now I'm going to short it out here. I'm going to show you the voltage. Obviously it's going to go to 0. Let it sit there for a second. Take it off and build the light back up, just like a standard capacitor. Cells have a very interesting behavior of being a capacitive resistive load. It's just what they are, it's their nature, it's what they do. It's not an inductive load, it's not a resistive load, and it's shorted out again. If you turn a group of cells on, say you're using just a wire connection, you'll notice an arc, and then if you do it quickly, you'll notice the second time you don't get an arc. It's the same thing that I used to get when I ran car audio and you connected the caps to the system, or even the amplifiers, because they have internal capacitors. The first time you tapped it, if you had a battery connection made, it would arc pretty good depending on the size. They do the same thing. You'll notice that your resistance is dynamic if you put an ohm meter on these and have 0 volts. It'll go from infinite up to, well, I'll just go ahead and show you. Cells are building voltage. So I'm going to grab a hold of this one. Put it here, put this one there, flip this over to measure ohms. Okay, as the voltage builds back up, the resistance will also build. The higher the voltage, the more the resistance. It'll just keep climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. And yet, if I short the cells out, okay, now this is not a direct connection, even though I've got a short wire, I'm going to short it out. This particular cell is not directly connected to what I'm shorting out, and yet the resistance drops down. If you short it out completely over 24 hours and then completely kill the cells, it will go to 0. You'll have you'll have infinite resistance across them, basically non-conductive, until you apply a voltage in which the resistance changes.